If you want to work in fashion, you're probably asking what should I learn about fashion and where should I learn it, especially if you're not attending like a proper fashion degree, or even if you want to go beyond your fashion degree or your fashion master and you want to keep learning about fashion, because learning about fashion is never something that you're going to stop doing even once you're going to be inside the industry, and neither if you're already taking a fashion degree or a fashion master. So in this video, I'm breaking down what are the things that you should learn also by career and where to learn it. I wish I had this video back then when I was looking for my first job in fashion, when I was at the beginning of my career, when I wanted to learn about fashion in any possible way, when I was watching talks of fashion people and I learned that they were so good at referencing to fashion campaigns and collections and history even from 20 or 30 years ago, and I said, okay, how can I be that knowledgeable? So in this video, I'm breaking down everything that you need to learn about fashion and where to learn it. Take your notebook because I'm breaking down so many platforms and so many things that you should learn about. Let's begin. So right now you're probably reading the most popular platforms. You might be reading Vogue, you might be following accounts on Instagram, you might be watching some TikToks, a day in the life of someone working at Dior, but you're still not clear and there are some still missing points in your education. After 10 years plus working in the industry and mentoring students through Glam Observer, there isn't one single fashion education layer and path. The things change according to what is the career that you want to get. So I'm breaking down what are the things that you should be doing on a weekly basis, on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, and also what is best according to the career that you want to pursue. So the first layer is daily or weekly learnings. This is where you learn the industry news, so you stay updated with what is happening in the industry. This is something that you should be doing regardless of which is the career that you want to get. So whether you want to become a stylist, work in marketing, PR, become a buyer, you should stay up to date with what is happening in the industry every single day. Some industry platforms that I do recommend are the popular Business of Fashion, where you're going to learn about what the industry is doing on a business side, like what CEOs are saying, what marketers are doing, what brands are doing, and you're going to learn about the marketing aspect, the financial aspect, the economic aspects of companies. This is especially important for you to read it if you want to work in fashion marketing, brand management, if you want to work in PR. But actually, like I said, I think this type of knowledge is essential for everyone, regardless of which is the career in fashion that you want to pursue. The second platform that I recommend is Drapers. This is more UK retail-based platform, so you're going to learn what is happening in the retail space of the industry. This is not something that everyone knows about, but it's a platform that I still recommend you to read, even just once a week. You're going to read about UK retail, strong performances of stores. So if you want to become a buyer, merchandise, if you want to become a store manager, you should be reading this type of publication. The third is Women's Wear Daily. Here is where you're going to find the latest industry news, and so what is happening in the industry, new appointments, and new fashion shows, and new marketing shifts, and new campaigns. It's especially focused on the US market, but they also cover global movements such as China, Italy, and other countries as well. Then there is Vogue Business, very similar to Business of Fashion. It's like the business side of Vogue. So in the industry, we are not reading Vogue, but we are reading other industry publications, and Vogue Business is definitely the Condé Nast publication that we are reading related to the business side of fashion. Again, here they do explore things such as what is happening in the industry behind the scenes, tech, AI, marketing, sustainability. They cover all of the other aspects of behind the scenes and what it means to really run a fashion company and be successful nowadays. Then there is another layer, which is monthly or quarterly learning. This is where you can go more in depth with reports released by some of the best agencies and analysis made in the fashion industry. There are different types of reports. There is trend forecasting and data analysis, like for example the trend forecasting agency WGSN. They do release reports on trends that are going to be even like from 2 years from now. Think about colors of the year. You will learn about color forecasting, consumer behavior, retail analytics, what is happening in the industry like 2 years ahead. They do a lot of consumer analysis to understand what are going to be and predict the trends of the future. This is especially useful if you want to work as a designer, as a trend forecaster, of course, product developer, buyers, because this information is going to help you take better decisions. Then following other trend forecasting agencies, we have Edited and we also have Fashion Scoops. You can also check out these if you want to stay updated with trend forecasting and data analysis. Then if you want to get into fashion sustainability, if you want to be involved in and learn about material sustainable practices, there are 2 platforms that I recommend. The first one is Textile Exchange, and you will understand fibers, material sustainability, and also environmental impact of fashion in the industry. It is especially useful if you want to work in product development, if you want to work as a designer, if you want to work as a pattern maker, if you want to work as a brand manager. And then the second platform is Sourcing Journal. This is where you learn what is happening behind the scenes in the supply chain of the industry. So tariff and trade regulations, textile innovation, factory transparency, manufacturing updates. This is especially useful if you want to work in buying, merchandising, product development, design, and operational, so anything related to the supply chain, even like as a supply chain manager, for example, or sustainability expert. So if you read Business of Fashion for the strategy, you should read Sourcing Journal for the infrastructure, which is still a very strong component of the fashion industry that you should be learning about. Then a huge platform in marketing and PR is Launch Metrics. They do analyze the media impact value, influencer performances, Fashion Week brand visibility, and press coverage ROI. So what is the return on investment of the coverage of press, media, buzz, influencers? If you know what the media impact value is, you're going to immediately stand out in front of recruiters when you're having this type of conversations, because your knowledge is going beyond just the surface. Then there is Tagwalk. It is the perfect platform if you want to see the trends, the latest runway pictures. So if you were looking for a website where you can find all of the runway images, if you can search by colors, you can search by city, you can search by trend, it is super useful if you want to become a stylist, an editor, if you want to do like any research related to any project, even for your school. It is super useful. Then we have market and executive reports. We have the McKinsey report with Business of Fashion, so the annual State of Fashion report. So this is released at the end of the year, and each year it covers the state of fashion for the year ahead. It's super important to read it also to see what is going to be the future of fashion. So starting from what is happening, and they also predict what is going to be in the future. So super important reading. Same as other also consulting agencies. They might not be like fashion agencies, like McKinsey is a consulting agency, not just working with fashion companies, or like Bain & Company, for example, but they do also work with luxury groups. So they also release a lot of reports about the luxury industry, how is it going, the trends, the consumer. So they do a lot of this research. So do not underestimate the consulting agencies, either as a career path, but also in general as a way for you to stay updated with what is happening in the industry, especially if you want to learn about more the management side of fashion, marketing, and the brand management side of the industry. In the description, I will also leave you a PDF with what resource I do recommend based on which career path you want to pursue, so you can focus on those. You can download it for free in the description of this video. Now let's go to the last phase, which is the skills-based learning. So what are the skills that you should acquire depending on which career you want to pursue in fashion? So I would say there are 3 macro areas of things that you should be learning if you want to work in fashion. The first one is industry knowledge, meaning that you need to understand how the fashion industry operates. And not just the fact that there are fashion weeks and there are fashion collections, but how are these, even just these 2 components working? Like, what is behind the fashion collection? How does it work from the idea? Where are the teams involved, like merchandisers and creative directors, the power pyramid of fashion, who take the decision inside the fashion company, where are the pricing, the cost strategy, how a collection comes to life, like from the first sketches to prototypes, samples, and even when it goes into production and end up in store. What is the journey of a garment? How the fashion companies are going to promote the products, how pricing is structured, what margins looks like, how production timeline work, how wholesale is different from retail. This knowledge is not just for those who want to get into brand management or fashion management in general, but it's for everyone who wants to work in fashion, because understanding how a fashion company operates, it is fundamental regardless of which is the role that you want to get. But it's especially crucial if you want to work into brand management, marketing, PR, buying, merchandising, because you need to understand how the industry moves behind the scenes so that you know and you can really be prepared for the industry. Then the second batch of important knowledge that you need is the fashion history. So you need to learn what happened in the past, because everything new is always backed up on the archive. If you look at it, anytime that a creative director is appointed to a new fashion house, the first thing that they do is they go back to the archive of the maison. They're going to look at what happened in the first place, especially the first ever collections. So the house codes, the ones of the founder. Think about now Jonathan Anderson with Dior. So what actually Christian Dior did, or Daniel Rosberry with Schiaparelli. So he is looking at the archives. So the founding creative director, what they actually did, the first codes of the house, and they start from there to build the new bags, the new styles, the new future collections. So understanding the history of fashion is also fundamental knowledge that you should be acquiring regardless of which is the career that you want to pursue. And the third is a practical skill that I would recommend. There are different skills according to which is the career that you want to pursue in fashion. Technical skills change depending on the role that you want to pursue. So you need to be actually training for the skills that are going to prepare you for the role that you want to pursue. For example, if you want to become a designer, you need some technical skills such as pattern making or even just sketching. If you want to become an editor, you need technical skills such as writing skills. If you want to work in buying and marketing management, you need strong Excel skills. These are practical skills that are really going to help you get hired, because they are making you really prepared for the industry, meaning that, like I shared in this previous video, fashion industries have changed. They're no longer just hiring people just to learn all the time. They're hiring interns who are ready to contribute from day one. The more prepared and trained you are on the skills that allow you to be able to contribute from day one, the better are your chances of getting the job, and also once you're going to be inside the industry, to advance your career and always get promotion and get better jobs and be successful in this industry. So I would say these three knowledge: industry knowledge, like the manager side of fashion history, and technical skills that are related to the job that you want to pursue. Another layer of learning, it is how to get a job in fashion. You know, at Glam Observer, I do teach how to get a job in fashion, and over the years I've realized how this is such a skill that can really make or break your career. Because fashion knowledge is important, of course, but if you don't know how to prepare your CV, how to build your cover letter, how to prepare your portfolio, how to use LinkedIn, how to pass a job interview, then you're still not getting the job. And what is the point of having all of this fashion education knowledge if then you're not landing the job? The ultimate goal is then landing the position. So you should also invest in learning how to actually get the job in fashion, how to structure a strong application, because fashion is one of the most competitive industry in the world. So if you don't want to stay months or years out of the industry, where then explaining a gap on your resume is becoming more problematic the more time you are outside of the industry and you're also out of school, the worse it's going to be and the hardest it's going to be to actually explain this gap on your resume. So also invest in learning how to get a job in fashion. I will leave you the resource in this description of this video to my courses: the Excel for Fashion course, the Break into the Fashion Industry course, my fashion management course, the fashion history course, so you can check them out if you want to learn more about fashion. So those who break into fashion are doing a mix of all of these things. They consume daily industry news. They read these reports, monthly, quarterly, or annual reports. They do also invest in their education because they know that the investment they make on themselves is the best they can make in their career, because you can only become better when you're going to take a course, when you're going to learn a new skill, you can always improve. And the students that I've noticed that are staying stuck are the ones who are just reading some articles, reading Vogue, who are scrolling on Instagram or scrolling on TikTok, but they're not really making career moves. They're sending the same resume to all of the jobs. They're still missing some pieces in the application process, or they're still missing some industry knowledge, or they're missing skills, or they're missing training that can help them to become the candidate that is extremely hard to ignore. So when you start reading all of these publications and taking courses and getting the skills, you start reading fashion as like an insider. And we read margins, we read profits, we read regional growth, we read supply chain, we read KPIs, we read consumer behavior. So that's when you shift from someone who's just passionate about fashion and someone who is already learning how the industry speaks and is ready to contribute, and so you start feeling like an insider. And now you know exactly what to learn and where to learn it, and that's how you build a real career in fashion. I really hope that this video was helpful. Let me know in the comments what are your favorite resources to learn more about fashion on a daily, weekly, monthly or yearly basis, your favorite courses, and if you have questions. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now. I really hope to see you in one of my courses soon.